It's recording.
No, it's not.
So what's annoying about being a Jehovah's Witness? Well, I'll tell you what's annoying is you get to miss all the cool albums that come out because you're not allowed to listen to them, sort of thing. You're not supposed to anyway, but I missed a Rammstein album and I'm a little bit annoyed about it. So I've got a good album to listen to that came out last year, Rammstein. It's a white cover with a match on it. It's pretty cool. Sort yourself out. Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Right, Marie wants to do a video. She had an idea about doing a video, pardon me, about elders and how awesome they are. Because they're the coolest, they're the best. They're appointed by the one and only true God Jehovah. So, like, you can't fault these men. They never lie. They never deceive. They never do anything because they've been assigned to do it. Bloody useless idiots. All I am. It's funny, isn't it? And when I was in it, did I say I wanted to be an elder?
No, you said you never wanted to be an
I said
elder.
I never wanted to be an elder because they were all pricks.
No, I was just thinking about. I felt like my depression's been really bad today, and I think it's all been triggered from the
Oh, interruption.
We're just doing a video, Rosie.
What's that?
No,
Come
you
here.
can have it.
What?
I was just asking if I could have this.
What is it?
It's a jar.
Jar. What are you going to do with a jar?
Make it into a spell jar.
Make it into a spell jar. Okay, go on.
Dad, I honestly have an idea. You know the Big Food versus Little Food challenge?
Yep.
Please, can we do it one day?
Okay, one day maybe one day. Right, we're doing a video.
Yeah.
How many kids is that? 2 kids down. Right.
One
go
more
on.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, this Anthony Morris broadcast video, a lot of people are talking about the way that he talks about people that have left the truth, and he laughs when he blows out this candle, and it's made me feel rubbish all day, really, thinking about the fact that
That's how they feel about us.
the beginning of moving to the congregation that we're in now, we had a really good relationship with all the elders that were there at the time. That they were all quite nice to us, and again, we've mentioned before, we had our nicer house then. But over like the time that we've been here, it's gone mental, and to think that that's exactly how they'll think of us. I can just picture them all sat watching that broadcast and laughing, knowing that the main reason we left is because we knew our children weren't safe. So
We left because of them, and I think though for a long time that they wanted us gone because we knew too much.
yeah.
Because you were too rebellious. I was too.
I-
You weren't rebellious.
I-
You were rebellious, not against what we were taught we were asked to do, but rebellious in a way that we would ask questions. You're not supposed to ask questions, are you? So
Well, I got to the point where
So I think I got fed up with that.
yeah, every
They
time
wanted us out.
every time there was a chance to do the 30 hours, I would do it.
Do you know what's really annoying?
I had
Okay.
I had 2 Bible
It
studies
was really
here.
annoying. It's when you try to talk to someone interrupts you. It's proper annoying.
Do you
Go
know
on
the
then.
cheeses?
I think this is the 3rd child in a row. Do you know the cheeses
No.
in the fridge?
Whereabouts in the fridge?
I don't know. Find it. We're doing a video. Right, come on, quick.
Yeah. So I was like the perfect little JW at first, you know. I sat and I kept my kids quiet, and they were commenting, and I was commenting, and I was doing everything, and I just
Commenting makes you a better spiritual person.
oh yeah, you're
Comment, and
spiritual,
you're sorted.
yeah.
Biggest knobs comment more.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, you bring that.
But towards the end of it, I was just questioning everything. Why this? Why that? Why are these children getting praised, but these are looked down on? And why are my kids getting bullied by other kids and things like this?
And I was thinking more along the lines of like the scriptures. Why are they saying this scripture when they're not doing it? And why are they like basically standing there giving a talk when they're not doing it. And
And-
we had a talk of an elder who stood up there and started talking about forgiveness, didn't he? Remember? The item was about our best, the brother that we were, that we're still.
Oh yes, yes, and he was really harbouring.
There was a servant and an elder bickering amongst themselves. The elder was mainly the problem. Well, they're both, but the elder wouldn't give in the end. And in the end, the ministry servant said, "Sorry, can we get on?" And the elder was very reluctant and didn't really do it. I didn't feel, because I was in the back room with them, because I got it together to try and sort it out. And then when we got outside, the servant was very down and depressed, and I gave him a hug and stuff. And then but the other elder, well, he was fuming, clenching his fists and muttering and very angry. And he's the one who was giving the talk, saying, and it was basically he was giving a local needs talk about the one that he was not. What? How can you do that? And he sits around here, and he come around here, and they talk about things, and then they say like,
yeah.
you should do this, do that, and they show the true colours, and it's like, you've had all them years of being in this organisation, and you still got this fault. I don't know. Okay, some people find other things harder than others, but that's quite an easy one to do, really. The elders were quite what did they accuse him of being? Proud. I mean, it was actually in fact it was the elders that were proud of him, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just feel absolutely crushed by them. Like I said, I haven't seen any of them yet. Just that conditional love, I think. But I just sat today going through all the elders in my head, and I thought, I'd like to make a video that they watch and actually, do they actually know how they've made us feel? Anthony Morris laughs at us just being gone, or they would just be gone at Armageddon, and that's quite funny to him. But the elders have all got to know us, all agreed with us that the problem that we have had with this paedophile being there is a serious one. Are they all laughing at us as well? They probably are. So I was thinking about all the different elders, and I'm thinking, actually, I think just about all of you have hurt me. The main one was, I've said before, I called him Dad, and I was very, very close to him. And something he used to say to me was, I would complain to him about this paedophile being there, or ex-paedophile, as they call him, but as we all know, it's an illness.
But it was this elder that told us that, who was assigned to spend time with this man, and told us that this man had confided in him and goes to him and says that he struggles with thoughts of children. I think he obviously regrets telling me that.
Yeah.
But there you go.
But
we knew the bloke has thoughts about children, anyway. We know he's a paedophile. He's been in prison and stuff, and he goes to Thailand.
Yeah.
We know he went once. We assume we're figuring out he went twice, really. Well, once is enough to go to Thailand when you're a paedophile. You just come off sex offenders list. You just got rid of your tag. You move to a fresh congregation, and you go straight up to the family with kids and try and make pals with them. But then one of the elders warned me, so yeah, that was good. But the guy was a paedophile. He has bad thoughts about kids. He obviously likes kids. That's it. Okay, whatever. I had to keep my family safe. It would have been fine. I tell you what, all this would have been fine if the elders would have damn well listened and said, right, we'll have an elder sat next to him all the time, and he can go out the fire exit, and we'll park his car at the back.
The congregation that he was in before that actually did do that.
And even on the Zoom, it wouldn't have been hard. Just say to him, the Dines family don't feel comfortable with you being on the video link. Can
you phone in instead?
Would you mind linking in? Yeah. Because obviously they've got the children, they want to be part of it. And if if he was repentant, he would obviously say, "Oh yeah, of course."
But this particular elder says he has an excellent. I'll tell you one thing, that he has an excellent relationship with Jehovah, this paedophile. So he's allowed to mock us. He's allowed to come near our kids, and basically,
that's what we were told. That's what we were told, isn't it?
Us.
Oh, he's got a good relationship with Jehovah, has he? But he thinks about doing things to kids. He thinks about kids in that way, and he's got a close relationship.
But when this elder was with us, he'd say, "Oh, I used to be." I was in the Navy, and
the Navy.
If there was anyone like that, is it the Navy? Yeah. Then I'd throw him overboard. If I
Yeah,
had my way, he'd go, oh, if I had my way like this. But then
chuck 'em
he'd say,
overboard.
but in the truth, you know, we can't do that. So real mixed up of the thoughts on him.
But then there was that one thing that happened that made him close to the paedophile, wasn't there?
Yes, his mum died. The paedophile's mum died.
That's the elder's mum died, and the elder's mum died.
And the paedophile's mum died. I think it was like a day between each other. So whilst the elder's sort of grieving for his mum, he gets a phone call from the paedophile, absolutely crying his eyes out about his mum. He came to see us afterwards and said he was in absolute bits. I've never seen him like that, you know, he just couldn't stop crying and everything. And from that moment, he developed a bond with him. And we knew he's got you under his spell now. You could just tell.
You see, this is the worst thing. He wasn't as inbred as he looked, and then when he talked, but he was actually quite a clever bastard.
Oh, he was clever. He's
Wicked.
wickedly
Fucking
clever.
wicked, yeah.
Absolutely.
Evil bastard.
But that elder, as stupid and as messed up as it sounds, I actually still miss him because, you know, my dad was killed. He was suddenly hit by a car on a zebra crossing. And we got a phone call to say he's on life support machine. We're turning him off soon. Now, I rang this elder straight off in tears, not knowing what to do. And him and his wife got to the hospital before we got there. And they held my hand and they prayed with me and they stayed with us. It turned out we'd got to the wrong hospital. The other one was about an hour away and they drove us there. They stayed with us. So when her mum died, I was there while she was dying and we were close. So it really hurts how we've gone through so much together and we've just, they didn't do anything. So if we're going to get eaten by maggots and turn into maggots or whatever it is they're going to do,
Turn into maggots. The human fly.
See,
yes, I know
this,
what you mean.
this is what I'm like.
They're going to be happy.
Then
They're supposed to feel happy that we're gone.
They're going to be happy.
They put us through
spent
this.
about
Yeah.
5
Yeah, we know it's all
years
wrong,
of
don't we?
being
Yeah.
so close with them. Okay, so that's one elder.
Yep. Okay.
Heartbreaking, really. The other elder seemed such a kind man. But when another elder had a problem with someone else, he really took sides with it. And the other elder was in the wrong and it wasn't right. But also the biggest shock to me from this elder, because he loved children. He genuinely did, you know. He'd bring tools round for our son and he really did care about them.
Pardon me.
Although he favoured the children whose dad wasn't in the truth and really elevated them, and they had some good qualities, but they were quite nasty in some ways as well to our boy. They bullied him for not having the latest devices and things.
Although the kids seem to be doing well in the organisation, doing talks and things like that, and they did have a difficult situation at home with the father not in the truth and the mother in the truth, and obviously the influence of the father who was in the truth, doing what he does in the influence of the world on the children, which now
But actually, I think he was.
I think they'd be better off the mum left the truth and they just got on with their lives, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But the kids they would bully Jack. They would. Each one of them would bully Jack and pick on him in front of other children. When other children would come and visit the congregation, they'd pick on Jack, and Jack would feel very uncomfortable. It was not nice. Bullying him, picking on him because he hasn't got the latest consoles, because he's small, because he's this, and it's just not nice.
No, so this was addressed with this elder, wasn't it? Of you know, it actually hurts because, you know, I know everyone says their kids are good. Our kids aren't really good, but when they were in the Kingdom Hall, they were good because they thought.
Oh, they're good-hearted kids. But they misbehave.
Yeah. I'm not one of these parents.
Yeah, they can be little sods.
Yeah, they're not perfect at all.
No.
But in the Kingdom Hall, they would
Good.
behave themselves because they knew they could play afterwards. It was a place of worship, you know. And I addressed this with this elder, and he apologised for it. and that was that. But the main thing that this elder has done that's just, I really cannot get over it, was using the example of Lot in the Bible. When Lot, there was an angel in his house, and
Two angels, weren't it?
two
Two angels, and he
angels.
sent them out. He sent his daughters outside and said to
The
the
men,
men. And well, hang on, I might as well say. I was
Yeah.
talking to on the blower saying that basically about all this sort of thing going on. So this was towards the end of us, you know, it was coming to a close and we were leaving. And he said he was trying to reason with me. Basically, you know, tried to lie to me, tell me he wasn't a paedophile. Then I said, well, actually, I know that he has thoughts about children. And then he changed the scriptures that he was talking about, and then not the same teacher. He'd go to different scriptures. So, which to me backs up. You can't use the Bible to argue a point. If they do as they say, the Bible interprets itself. Then that's the subject, and that's what it says about that subject. Not, oh, why you should view the subject this way because it's what the Bible says. Oh, actually, you know he's betrayal. Oh, okay. Well, actually, you should view him this way. Let's look at these other scriptures. Okay.
But what did he say about our daughters that we should?
He said Well, I couldn't understand why he was using the scripture. He was basically saying that we have to make a sacrifice to stay in the truth. We have to go through bad things, and he starts going about Lot putting his daughters out to get raped. Like, are you seriously telling me that I have to send my kids to a fucking
in the Bible
to be stared at by a dirty bastard, right? So that I can get everlasting life. Stick your everlasting life up your ass, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stick it up your ass.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's that elder. That's the absolute shockingest thing.
Is it another elder? When I said when Jack was getting bullied and that, and then they tried to put him in a bin and stuff, and he kept getting bullied, and the elder said to me that I need to toughen up. I need to toughen up. Could you imagine Jesus saying that?
Yeah.
Your child's getting bullied. I'll just toughen up.
Toughen up, yeah.
If I toughened up, I was brought up with kickboxing, judo, and karate, yeah, and taught to fight back. But I haven't taught my boy that, which I am now. But I haven't taught him that
because we were
witnesses.
Yeah.
But if I were to toughen up, I would try to smack him in the gob. It doesn't make sense. That's like the elders told you to go against other things. And the funny thing is, and I had an elder that was more like my understanding of Jesus. This elder was more like Jesus than anybody I knew, I think, and he was cast aside by the other elders. He was pushed aside.
Yeah.
Lovely bloke.
And why?
Absolutely amazing.
Because he loved his family that weren't Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, because yeah.
That's exactly why.
Well, some of them were, some of them weren't. Nice bloke.
Yeah.
Really nice bloke, sound bloke.
Yeah, he was, yeah. The other elder that tried to sort of reason with us towards the end now.
Who's that? Is it the one with the house? Yes or no, the one with the house?
I think so.
The one who sold it?
Yeah. I was friends with his wife, and she was a really good auntie to the kids. She loved the kids, really loved them. Now, as we started talking to him about this problem, he said, my wife feels the same. You know, she can't be around him. He makes her feel uncomfortable. Now, he was studying. The two elders I've just mentioned were studying with these boys that were, you know, of the unbelieving dad. And we mentioned this bullying again. And it was like, oh, we study with them. They're not like that. No, you know, they make fun of them for not having this and not having that, for being short. They've made fun of the comments and things like this. And it's always made out like it's banter. And it's not. But also, we had, like, the last visit that we had from them, and they said they were going to have regular visits with us. They said, look, this is serious. We need to know that you feel safe in the Kingdom Hall. So they asked us what we thought they could do, didn't they?
Well, the first thing I said was I'd like to have, as I was told when I first came started studying it. If there's a paedophile, he'd have an elder either side of him. First thing I said was I'd like an elder sat next to him. But I know that's not going to happen. And they said, no, it's not. Because there's not enough elders. The stupid fucking thing is, right, there was 30 odd people in that congregation there. Then now there must be about 20, must be less
Loads
than 30.
Yeah, loads.
Yeah, it must be less than 30. And the thing is, how many elders are there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think there was 8. I think some. I can't think now. I'm trying
5,
to picture them one at a time.
6. Come on. You're telling me an elder's going to sit with his wife anyway. He's going to sit somewhere. So sit next to the damn paedophile.
No one wanted to sit next to him.
No one wanted to sit next to him. Yeah,
all the elders.
And because another elder, I didn't think in my counting at the elders, he was thinking of seriously moving congregation because of this bloke.
Yeah.
And now he won't talk to us because he's seen what happened.
Yeah. And none of the elders wanted to sit with them because, like I said, at first we were all friends with the elders, so they would all come round at different times, and they'd say, "I can't deal with him.
Get him off the fridge.
I can't deal with him. Oh, I can't stand him. He just waffles on, and he's pain in the backside, basically." Now that is the truth, that they couldn't be bothered with him. They didn't want to deal with him. In fact, it got to the point where they were all bickering, the elders, so they're telling us this, they're bickering over who has to work with him on the ministry. So they set up a schedule so that he works, because that's one thing they said he had to have an elder work with him at the ministry when it suited. And then they sent him off with a brother who's sort of a little bit special needs, isn't he? To just go and do what you want, basically.
They sent him off with the brother that rubbed... They sent him off with the brother that he rubbed off on, and that brother was a nice brother when we first met him. When he started spending time with Pedo, he started talking about younger women and talking all smarty about women, and he was just like a fucking different bloke. It was weird. Weird.
Yeah, but then the thing that really hurt with that was, so he comes round and he says,
Stop the video, we're going to have to do it part 2. Right, I'm going to stop the video and you're going to have to do part 2 because my memory's running out. Bye-bye.